Hey YouTube, this is Nina. I was going to pick up where I left off in the Septuagint as soon as I can find where I left off. So I had just found it and now I've lost it again, so give me a moment. It's here somewhere. Okay, here it is. Okay, and to Sem himself also were children born, the father of all the sons of Heber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, sons of Sem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, and Canaan, and sons of Aram, Uz, and Ol, and Gader, and Mosach, and Arphaxad begot Canaan, and Canaan begot Salah, and Salah begot Heber. And to Heber were born two sons, the name of the one Phaleg, because in his days the earth was divided, and the name of his brother Jecton. And Jecton begot El-Modad, and Saluth, and Sarmuth, and Jarach, and Odorah, and Abel, and Dekla, and Evil, and Abimael, Amael, and Saba, and Euphor, and Evilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Jectan, and their dwelling was from Mas, till one comes to Sepharah, a mountain of the east. These were the sons of Sem in their tribes, according to their tongues, in their countries, and in their nations. These are the tribes of the sons of No, according to their generations, according to their nations. Of them were the islands of the Gentiles scattered over the earth after the flood. And all the earth was one lip, and there was one language to all. And it came to pass, as they moved from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And as a man said to his neighbor, Come, let us make bricks and bake them with fire. And the brick was to them for stone, and their mortar was bitumen. And they said, Come, let us build to ourselves a city and a tower, whose top shall be to heaven, and let us make ourselves a name before we are scattered abroad upon the face of all the earth. And the Lord and Hiah came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men built. And Hiah said, Behold, there is one race and one lip of all, and they have begun to do this, and now nothing shall fail from them of all that they may have undertaken to do. Come, and having gone down, let us there confound their tongue, that they may not understand each the voice of his neighbor. And Hiah scattered them thence over the face of all the earth, and they left off building the city and the tower. On this account its name was called Confusion, because there Hiah confounded the languages of all the earth, and thence Hiah scattered them upon the face of all the earth. And those are the generations of Sem. Oh, okay. Gotta not do it too many times. Okay, I'm sorry. So little. I lost my page. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Okay. And Sem was 100. Let me make sure I got off. Yeah. And these are the generations of Sem. Y'all, I have to blow this up. And Sem was 100 years old when he begot Arphaxad the second year after the flood. And Sem lived after he had begotten Arphaxad 500 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Arphaxad lived 135 years, and begot Canaan. And Arphaxad lived after he had begotten Canaan 400 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Canaan lived 130 years, and begot Salah. And Canaan lived after he had begotten Salah 330 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Salah lived 130 years, and begot Heber. And Salah lived after he had begotten Heber 330 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Heber lived 134 years, and begot Phaleg. And Heber lived after he had begotten Phaleg 270 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Phaleg lived 130 years, and begot Ragu. And Phaleg lived after he had begotten Ragu 209 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Ragu lived 132 years, and begot Saruk. And Ragu lived after he had begotten Saruk 207 years. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, here it is. 207 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Saruk lived 130 years, and begot Nashor. And Saruk lived after he had begotten Nashor 200 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Nashor lived 179 years, and begot Tharha. And Nashor lived after he had begotten Tharha 125 years, and begot sons and daughters, and died. And Thara lived 70 years, and begot Abram, and Nashor, and Arhan. And these are the generations of Tharha. And Tharha begot Abram, and Nashor, and Arhan. And Arhan begot Lot. And Arhan died in the presence of Tharha his father, in the land in which he was born, in the country of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nashor took to themselves wives. The name of the wife of Abram was Sarah, and the name of the wife of Nashor Malchah, daughter of Aaron, and he was the father of Malchah, the father of Jessica. And Sarah was barren, and did not bear children. And Thar took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Arhan the son of his son, and Sarah his daughter-in-law, the wife of Abram his son, and led them forth out of the land of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came as far as Sharhan, and he dwelt there. And all the days of Tharha in the land of Sharhan were 205 years, and Tharha died in Sharhan. And the Lord said to Abram, Go forth out of thy land, and out of thy kindred, and into the land which I shall show thee. And I will make thee a great nation. I will bless thee, and magnify thy name, and thou shalt be blessed. And I will bless those And I will bless those that bless thee, and curse those that curse thee. And in thee shall all the tribes of the earth be blessed. And Abram went as the Lord spoke to him, and Lot departed with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he went out of Charran. And Abram took Sarah his wife, and Lot the son of his brother, and all their possessions, as many as they had got, and every soul which they had got in Charran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And Abram traversed the land lengthwise as far as the place Shechem or Shechem to the high oak. And the Canaanites then inhabited the land, and Hiah appeared to Abram and said to him, I will give this land to thy seed. And Abram built an altar there to the Lord, to Hiah, who appeared to him. And he departed thence to the mountain eastward of Bethel, and there he pitched his tent in Bethel near the sea, and Agag towards the east, and there he built an altar to Hiah, and called on the name of Hiah. And Abram departed and went and encamped in the wilderness. And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down to Egypt to sojourn there, because the famine prevailed in the land. And it came to pass, when Abram drew near to enter into Egypt, Abram said to his wife Sarah, his wife, I know that thou art a fair woman. It shall come to pass then that when the Egyptians shall see thee, they shall say, This is his wife, and they shall slay me, but they shall save thee alive. Say therefore, I am his sister, that it may be well with me on account of thee, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass, when Abram entered into Egypt, the Egyptians having seen his wife, that she was very beautiful, that the princes of Pharaoh saw her and praised her to Pharaoh, and brought her into the house of Pharaoh. And they treated Abram well on her account. And he had sheep, cows, and asses, and men servants, and women servants, and mules, and camels. And Hiah afflicted Pharaoh with great and severe afflictions, and his house, because of Sarah, Abram's wife. And Pharaoh, having called Abram, said, What is this thou hast done to me, that thou did not tell me that she was thy wife? Wherefore didst thou say, She is my sister? And I took her for a wife to myself, and now behold, thy wife is before thee. Take her and go quickly. And Pharaoh gave charge to men concerning Abram to join in sending him forward, and his wife, and all that he had. And Abram went up, and he went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him into the wilderness. And Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and gold. And he went to the place whence came into the wilderness, as far as Bethel, as far as the place where his tent was before, between Bethel and Agag, to the place of the altar which he built there at first. And Abram there called on the name of Hiah. And Lot, who went out with Abram, had sheep, oxen, and tents, and the land was not large enough for them to live together.